Thank you for being on the call, every one of you. We are start talking this evening what really matters in business um, is who you are as a person, and that's why today we're gonna talk about how to improve leadership skills and get the value of a leader. This is so important in business and life and self. Um, so many times or in life when we start something because we have the desire. I'm doing something that it can help us to improve on our lifestyle and economically, um, to help our economically situations in life. It's always with a purpose of becoming better. But leadership is non-negotiable. Leadership is the ability to how to influence people and help them. It's not so much about who you are, but it's a lot, it has to do how to help people. That is the bottom line of leadership. So to do that, we have to, as leaders in business, we have to improve our skills in leadership and able to help people. And I'm going to start talking about leadership a little bit because I think it's important at this moment in our business. What's leadership? Leadership is not a rank. And I'm going to go straight into this because it's the need of the business at the moment. We are going through very difficult times in our business for different situations that doesn't only has to do with the company itself, but with everything else that is going on around the world. And we all know what it is. We got the coronavirus uh, going all over around the earth. The position of the biggest companies in the world, the oil companies dropping their prices, is hurting the economy all around the world. We are affected by the situation. It's not the destiny we're gonna face. It's not a destiny. It's just a situation. We can take advantage of the situations in a good way as long as we know what we need to do in leadership. So once again, leadership is not a rank. Leadership is most definitely not a position. It's not a position. It's not where you are on the red on the net. But leadership is a decision. It's a choice you take. So it's not a rank. It's not a position. It's a decision. With, but when you take the choice to take the decision to become a leader, a lot of people think because they are positioned on top of a lot of other people, they think because that you're a leader and you're not. So it's not because your rank or your position. You can have the position. It's like in many dictatorship countries around the world. They are leaders, of course, but they don't lead people. They do it under the influence of their power, which is different. A real leader is the people who follow them for what they think and the values in his person and his personality and his real being. So when you take the choice to become a leader, this comes with a lot of responsibilities in life. A leader can just not say, I'm a leader and drop your people. And I'm gonna tell you something about leadership, and this is a lot of people's not gonna like this. But sometimes you or me, we are the problem. We like to take the credit, the glory, in other words, when everything is going great. We enjoy being called leaders. We enjoy being called diamonds. We enjoy people checking your hand and looking at you that like they are looking to a superstar, and we like that. because you see the fruits of the seeds that you planted one day in leadership. People feels attracted to you for what you became, for what you are doing, for what you helping others. So people feels attracted to you. So we all like to take the credits in network marketing, but by taking the credits, we also have to learn to take the accountability of our actions. We take the credits when everything is great, but a lot of us as leaders, we run away when we are responsible for what we're doing wrong. So credit comes with responsibilities. You have to be responsible, feel responsible to take the credits. Beautiful to take the credits, but take responsibilities when things are going wrong. Accountability. Accountability means that we are in the position where everything that comes wrong, you take charge and respond. You feel responsible for your team, for our people. And that's why I said sometimes you or we are the problem in our businesses, with our people, with what we call organizations we're building. Why? Because we are not connected to the system. We are not connecting to the information. This is serious matter. This is why we got people in our businesses saying things sometimes that they don't have to say. It's just because they don't have the information. But the responsibility of anyone saying anything without having the knowledge, without having the information, is the leader's fault. The leader has to take charge of their teams. When you came to this business and you decide to take the leadership position, when you look to the right and you saw somebody, you brought in somebody in, and you look to the left and you brought another person, you got two people side to side, you became a leader, whether you like it or not. That's why leadership comes with a lot of responsibility. It's not just for the simple choice to take all the credits, but you are accountable for what is going to happen to your people. It's like when you get married and you become a family, you are responsible for your wife, and in any case, your kids, the family you're going to develop. You can just drop them on the streets and don't feed them anything and don't even talk to them for the rest of your life and leave them on the call, not knowing if they're okay or not, without taking them to the school. A father will take their kids to the school every day. Good choice will be to have a bus that comes and pick them up from the house straight to the school. It helps the parents when they're busy, like when you are busy running your business trying to get other people in it. You got the bus taking your kids to the school. What is the school? Making sure your kids are connected to the information. Make sure the kids are talking to you. Making sure your kids are getting educated. As a realistically, you will take your kids to the schools every day. This is a commitment. The size of your commitment will be the size of your business. There is nothing in between that. There is no choice to take. You took the choice to become a leader. Now you got to take the responsibility of what is going to come of that. This is not an sporty. This is not a joke. This is not a party. This is serious. This is people's lives involved in this situation. So great to take the credits, but be responsible when you take them, because you're going to be accountable for what's going to happen to your team. So I suggest you that every day you bring your people to the Zooms You present them to the opportunity. You show them what they have to do in order to become better. Connect them to the system. Don't be the system. You're only one person. You will not make it all by yourself. You need to be connected with your people. Connect your people, because if your own people is gonna give you ideas to be better. No, don't ever underestimate someone because might look that don't know anything. I learned someone from one of my downlines. My smallest man, the I will say is the person that anybody wouldn't give a penny for him in network marketing. This happens to me about 3 years ago, but I took him and embraced him. I hold him. I gave him self-esteem with my attitude. We can do it. He did it. You can do it. He's not better than you. He's just ahead of you because he got here before you. But you be better than him. You can be better than anybody else. And I remember in one of these evenings when I was teaching him leadership, I will have him gave a little talk about anything, and he choose leadership and dreams. And I remember clearly, and it stays in my heart until today. Um, this kid from Honduras, his name is Euclides Martinez. Great kid, about 24 years old at this moment. I met him, he was very younger than that. He says something that it really touched my heart, and every time I have the time and the opportunity to share this with anybody, he teach me something. When he was talking, he says, "And remember, the dreams will fall asleep in a place called fear if you let it happen." And it's true, so deeply, so deep, words that it really touched my heart, and that is the influence of a leader. So without him knowing anything, he became a great leader because his passion, because what he wanted to be, because the education he was taking, the books that he was reading, and he was becoming something totally different from where he was. And he understood the first command in business and leadership is help others. He learned how to take the credit, but he also learned that he is accountable for what is going to happen in his business, and he understood that he needed to be responsible for his people because his people don't know. And if he's not if he doesn't keep the communication with us, with the uplines, upper level, in any case, leaders, he will not be able to pass the information to his organization he was building. So let's make sure at all times that we are exposing our people to the system. We must do that. This is not a joke. Has to be like that, because other than that, we have people who will talk about your business and trash your business and put them on the trash can because they feel like they were never instructed what to do. So we must do that. We must help our people to get in contact with the information. Always we say, reading books, leadership books, mentorship books. Listen to the audios that are online. Walk with them through that. Show them the way. And if you don't know that, what we're talking about, get with your leader, with your direct, with your upline. He is in any case, he's like your father or your mother. He brought you to this business not because he wanted you to lose any money or not because he wanted to you lose your time. He brought you to this business because he looked at you and he looked or she looked at you like you had something different, than you were a different commodity. You had another view of what your future could be. They saw the leadership on you that you can develop. So don't let that die. Don't cut the communication. Stay in contact with your leaders. It's so important. Nothing in between will take any other effect. It has to be between you and your upline. And if your upline is not the one who's going to lead your business, then get with the right person. But remember, you must work with person of integrity, honesty, fidelity. Those things are so important. We must have those 3 or 4 ingredients in our mind at all times. Okay, we have to be in the business 24/7. We have issues right now for what is going on, but doesn't matter. Difficulties come with opportunities. So let's take the opportunities. With your leader, get with your leaders, and they will show you what can we do to take advantage of what's happening today. Because everything except leadership will go and come down. We were talking the other day that things can go up and down. Newton law says everything that goes up must come down. That's fine. It's life. And leadership doesn't, you don't apply that. In leadership, not because you're gonna go up, meaning it means you one day you're gonna go down. No. Only if you let it come down. Only if your leadership gets weak, then it'll come down. But if you stay strong with values in your business, the most important person in your business is you. You are the most important person in the business. So commitment means everything. Commitment. Don't be scared of doing anything you're capable of doing as long as you stay together with your leader. But you got to be committed. You got to be transparent. You got to be honest. You got to be loyal to your people. By being loyal to your people, you're loyal to God, you're loyal to your family, you're loyal to everybody around you. And be transparent. You got to say what you do. Don't just say one thing and do another. That is the biggest problem we have in leaderships. A lot of leaders will do something else. They will do something and say something else. So it's not a rank, it's not a position, it's a decision by choice. And remember, the biggest problems in our business most of the time is you or me. Let's try not to be pointing fingers on somebody else. Let's take accountability for our actions. Don't be saying, I don't want to be going and saying on my people, this is happening now because we are on the same boat. I don't know what to do. Because you could have the information and you never gave it, but you never got it because you're not even connected. So leaders are the most important part of the organization. They must be connected to the system. And if you got no choice, if you don't have any ways to be connected to the system, be connected to your leader. He will feed you the information, but be in it, be part of it. So how to improve leadership skills? In leadership, we're full of challenges, visions, dreams, goals, strategies on business. But how do we get inspired? How do we get to the point when we really need to? How do we know that we need to improve our leadership skills? It's when you know, and your mind will let you know that things are not really going right. So it's time for you to start thinking what is going on. By being connected to the system, you will find out. The system is not only the books and the audios and the information that you get through this calls. It's also the connection with your leader and your people. The first thing that you must always remember to improve your leadership skills is that you need to always be learning. Don't the most danger part of leadership is the comfort zone. A lot of leaders fell asleep in a place called comfort. They think they are comfortable. And when you feel that you're comfortable, you lose in base because things are going to keep moving with you or without you. So when you come back, you'll notice things already changed. And it could be 2 days and you out of the rank, out of the reach. So be connected at all times to improve all the time. The biggest problems we have in leadership is a lot of us, we attend always to get comfort. And that is the biggest problem we have in leadership. So be always learning and improving. The second one is that you must identify what leadership qualities you might be missing and learn them. Learn what you think you're not good enough. What is weak today could be strong tomorrow. It's like when you go to the gym for the first time ever. You come up there, you cannot even lift 20 pounds. Let 2 years go by. You're lifting now 120 pounds. What happened? That didn't happen from overnight. It's a work that you put in for the last 2 years, the effort, your heart, your mind, your strength, all together into it. So the same thing in leadership. You will learn you will learn and develop the abilities that you need to have in leadership by working on it. But not just working on it one day and expect that one day is gonna do your business for the next 20 years. It's a commitment to yourself that you want to become something better because now you got people that's looking at you for answers, looking at you to lead them. You are the light at the end of the tunnel. So you're responsible for what is coming of your team. Your people will say by actions what you're teaching them. If your people is positive thinking, they have the level of integrity they need to have, they have the level of transparency they need to have, then that will talk great of you. You can take the whole credit of that. That was you, the leader. What a leader. I want to be part of your organization. But if your people is saying things that they're not supposed to, they're doing things wrong way, they're doing or saying things that they're not helping the business in a positive way, that talks badly of you. Because that means you're not teaching them or you're just doing what they're doing, being negative. So learn and work on your weakness and make them strong. By the time, this is not overnight. I don't want you to think that wherever you're missing, you're gonna learn it tomorrow and the day after you're gonna be okay. No, it's gonna take time. Like the gym example, it takes time, but be in it, stay on it, stay on it. It's like in baseball when you are a batter, you have to have your eyes on the ball. Other than that, you will never hit it. That ball comes so fast, 100 miles per hour. You got no time to react. Only professionals can do it. So what do we need to do? Become professionals in leadership. Takes time, but it's doable. Stay connected to the education. Number three, it doesn't matter where you're coming from. What it only matters is where you're going. What it really means is you can be from anywhere around the world, coming from whatever family you want to come. You can be rich, poor. You can be a sad person, a happy person. It doesn't matter. What it really matters is where you're becoming and where are you going. You see, the first thing we need to identify when we come into the business is what is the reason why? Why are we here? Goals and dreams. The size of your dreams is going to be the size of your results. If you have no dreams in life, you got no reason to fight. You got no reason to be anything. So it's very important that we know exactly what our dreams are. 100%. You have to have the blueprints of your dreams in your mind. So your mind knows what to work on. Because if you want a house, you need to know what the house is going to look like inside, in and out, colors, floors, windows, beds, furniture, TVs, computers, everything you're going to have in the house. You have to know because that has a value. How much is it going to cost this house? Oh, it's going to cost 300,000 pounds or $300,000 or pesos or whatever you want to call it. All my furniture is going to cost another $300,000. So altogether, I'm looking for $750,000 investment. Where is that investment going to come from? But you know what the first thing is? You know exactly what you need. You know the size of your business. So that is going to be the size of your commitment. So you need to know by numbers what you're going to accomplish in your business. Your business is really what you really have in your mind. I mean, it's pure communication between the dreams and the reality. You see, unfortunately, people don't know this, that to dream is not just to dream anything you want, because if you are not able to accomplish your dreams, all you planning in your mind is a fantasy. That's a fantasy. Something that you would like to have, but you will never have it. That's a fantasy. You ask a man or a woman, what's your fantasy? Oh, I want to go to the moon, because you know that you're not going to go there. Sadly, sadly to say, I cannot do that. It's just a fantasy. But let's dream. But dream into something that you can do it. So the size of your dreams will be the size of your commitment, and it's going to end up with the results you want. Don't We talk about dreams and says you can dream as big as you want, whatever you draw. Okay, but you got to dream also. I wanted to add this to it. You cannot just dream anything you want because we told you to dream as the biggest as possible. No, you got to dream for something that's gonna it's possible to reach. The biggest dream is not built overnight. The biggest dream is an accumulation of dreams after dreams, accomplishments by after accomplishments that you have in your life. You can just not get. I'm not gonna ask. Oh, I want to have a house in Cancun, a castle in Cancun, like the British castle. I want to build me one in Cancun. I'm gonna live there forever by the sea, and I'm gonna have. That's too big of a dream. You know you're not gonna make it. Not even yourself, your mind. You see, your subconscious is not. It's gonna drop it out. It's gonna spit it out. Listen, I say, what the hell, Jimmy? What kind of dreams are you putting in your subconscious? It's impossible. But let's think about a house, 1,200 square size house. It's doable. Let's start dreaming about knowing your realities. The size of the size of your dreams will be the size of your results, as long as you commit it, as long as you know this is something doable. I'm not telling you to think small, but I'm telling you this is a progressive. It's a progression. Okay, so nothing comes from overnight. If you want your life to get better, you must get better. And we talk about this all day long, many times, and we'll say it one more time. For things to get better, you got to get better in a way of you have to know what you want, but you have to have the tools. You can expect build a house today or tomorrow if you don't have the tools. If you don't have the structure, you don't have to get you don't have the blueprints. You don't have the workers, the engineers, the architects to build this house. So when we talk about this, this is referring what is in your mind. The architects, the engineers, the workers, the blueprints, this is what you have in your mind. So all that has to be situated. When you get all that situated and you know exactly what you want in your life, that's when you're going to start getting better, because you're going to start dreaming and you're going to start moving towards a goal and dream in your life. A dream is beautiful. The life, our lives and our everything that we have around is being created by a dreamer. Anything you touch, somebody had dreamed that about. Computers, it was a dream. In technology, the car was another dream. The airplane was another dream. The light was another dream. Everything we touch, detergent is a dream. Shampoos, anything, everything. It was made by dreamers. Dreamers are the people who makes the difference in the world, and we have a better life because dreamers are here. Thanks to God, because we got dreamers. But you have to be better than what you are, what you were yesterday, today. And of course, you can learn anything you want as long as you want to. If you want to learn, it's on you. It's a choice. Nobody's gonna put a gun in your head and tell you must read this and do this, or this is what's gonna happen to you. No, it's a choice. You do this by choice. But once you're in it for the long run. If it's not, stay to the side and let others take over. Because leadership is a very serious matter, because we're talking about people involved, families involved, and that is not a joke. We cannot take this for granted. We don't gotta. It's there, and it's gonna happen. It's only gonna happen if you make it happen. The question is that we have, or we should always have. What is one of the leadership weakness of blind spots that you can improve on? And this is referring to working on your weakness, working in those things that you know you need to improve on. Communication skills. One of the biggest problems we have in network marketing is communication. A lot of people gets connected and then they blink like a tree light. It flashes light, but it dies. It flashes light, but it dies again. So these people cannot really be light for others because they're blinking lights. It doesn't help. So communication is one of the biggest issues we have in network marketing. So we are creating leaders by inspiration, by information, by education, having a vision, understanding that you're not here because your rank, you're not here because your position, you are here because you decide, you took the decision to become a leader by choice. You choose that, you decide that. So now let's not make a problem where there is no problems. All we must do is be in contact, learn, stick with the leaders, mentors in the business. There's always somebody that you're going to need in the business. Doesn't have to be a lot of leaders. Leaders, they have their own ways of working. That's another thing. Doesn't mean because a leader has a way of doing things and teaching and practicing certain things, doesn't mean he's doing it wrong, because the other one you following is doing something a little bit different. Everybody has their own styles. You will develop your own. But until you become a leader from being a follower, just stick with your leader. Learn the abilities. It's like when soccer players start playing with the leader, they all follow a leader. But when they grow up, they develop their own abilities. their own ways of playing, their own styles, we call it. So it's by style, but this is when these people is already up there where they already went through the system and they keep learning. So this is the information that every leader must have at all times. We must evaluate our way of thinking, and I'm closing with this. What I mean with evaluate your way of thinking is because many of us we might think that we are doing okay, but okay is not enough for the team. Okay might be okay for you. What you think it might be right for others might be very short, very mediocre. So let's not think because our way is okay for us, it should be enough and more than enough for others. So we have to get with the leaders. We need to evaluate our disciplines. How many books are we reading, first of all? How many audios are we listening to? How many people are we bringing into the business? How many follow-ups are we doing a day? How many contacts we are having? How many new people we have on our list? So when we evaluate everything that we're doing in our business, then we can go to our people and ask them to do the same. This is where it comes to where do what you say you're doing, not just say what you're doing and don't do it. You see, this has to have a balance. What you say, what you do. All this is a process because we all come from different sources and different areas and different cultures. But we, at the end of the day, leadership can be developed in different ways, but with only one reason to be called a leader. Only one reason why we are called leaders. Leader is the one who's going to help others. No excuses. Taking responsibility for everything we're doing. Help others to open their minds and their hearts. Give them the answers. Help them resolve their problems. And one thing that is very important, always be on people's side. Side up with them. With the time they will learn what you've done is great and they will appreciate you more. Because there will be people that said, oh my God, if it would have been for my leader, I wouldn't been here today because I was a hard head. But thanks to him, I'm here. I became a diamond. He helped me so much. And I appreciate him because he helped me. And by he helping me, I was able to help my family. And because that, now I can help others because I feel the same way responsible what he did with me. I feel I have to do with others, and people helps that, and help people will learn that, and people will follow you. So this is everything in business. Leadership is what we need to work on, and we have great leaders in in the company. So let's stick together. Let's make this happen, and we will always be like for others as long as we are connected to the system, to the information. Knowledge is power. Be on the Zooms.